This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, you're watching Pulse of Africa. I'm Jalani Tesfaye for the main news. First, our top stories for today. Leaders of Ethiopia and Somalia reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening cooperation. South Africa's G20 presidency to prioritize climate finance. Australian researchers have developed new blood tests to detect pregnancy health complications earlier. Trump says 25% tariffs on EU will be announced soon. Now, the news in detail. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud of Somalia held talks and reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening cooperation for mutual benefit. Following Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's ongoing official working visit to Somalia, the governments of the two countries have issued a joint communique. According to the communique, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud welcomed Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed of Ethiopia during his working visit to Somalia. This visit follows consecutive engagements over the past few months and reinforces the normalization of bilateral relations between the two nations. The two leaders reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening cooperation for mutual benefit, the communique noted. The leaders emphasized the importance of building trust through enhanced diplomatic, economic, and social cooperation. Furthermore, the two leaders welcomed the commencement of the technical talks in Ankara, as agreed in the Ankara Declaration, underscoring their commitment to constructive dialogue and cooperation. They also welcomed the understanding reached between the Somali National Army and the Ethiopian National Defense Force commanders, recognizing it was a critical step toward enhancing security cooperation and fostering stability in the region. President Vladimir Putin hosted Guinea-Bissau President Umaro Sissoco Embalo for talks in the Kremlin on Wednesday, the latest sign of a drive by Moscow to build up economic relationships with countries in West and Central Africa. The agenda included prospects for the development of Russia-Guinea-Bissau cooperation in various fields, as well as current international and regional issues. State TV showed Russian metals tycoon Oleg Deripaska was present at the talks between the two leaders. Guinea-Bissau minister is saying Russian aluminum company Rusal is interested in building a railway and port in the country and exploring for bauxite. Moving on to G20. South Africa's G20 presidency this year will prioritize efforts to help developing countries finance their shift to a low-carbon economy, President Cyril Ramaphosa said. President Donald Trump's administration has cut overseas aid programs, raising concerns of a potential clean energy funding shortfall. Significantly more funding is required to limit the global temperature's rise in line with the goals of the Paris Agreement, and to do so in a manner that is equitable and just, Ramaphosa said on Wednesday at the opening of a G20 finance ministers and central bankers meeting in Cape Town. South Africa will push G20 members to spearhead the drive to set ambitious targets for climate action for the next round of UN climate talks in Brazil later this year, Ramaphosa said. Now to Nigeria. Nigeria is automating its electronic visa approval and issuance process in an effort to boost travel and business, the Interior Minister said. This automation aims to eliminate lengthy wait times faced by travelers upon arrival and could end a thriving industry for middlemen who work with immigration officials to help visitors jump through the hoops. Under the proposed plan, travelers can apply online for short-stay visas with approvals granted within 24 to 48 hours. Once approved, the e-visa will be sent to the applicant's email, eliminating the need for a physical sticker at the airport. The proposed visa policy aims to enhance the ease of doing business, boost tourism, and strengthen bilateral and multilateral relations with other countries, Olubunmi Ojo, Nigeria's Interior Minister, said on X following a department meeting on Tuesday. Shifting to India. Large crowds turned out in northern India on Wednesday for the last day of the 6-week Maha Kumbh Mela that drew a total of 663 million people seeking absolution for their sins by taking a dip in waters that devout Hindus consider sacred. Television images showed security officials trying to direct thousands of visitors around barricades in the temporary township set up in Prayagraj, close to the banks where the three holy rivers meet. Authorities added security and enforced traffic curbs for the last day after many visitors complained of massive crowds that have choked traffic in the area, leading to jams stretching for kilometers. India has touted the Maha Kumbh, or Great Pitcher Festival, held once in 12 years, as a key religious event setting world records for the largest gathering of people. And now, Australia. Australian scientists have developed a new blood test capable of detecting health complications early in pregnancy. The research team from the University of Queensland said in a study published on Thursday that their nanoflower sensor could help reduce hospital admissions for newborn babies. The test screens blood samples for cell biomarkers and can detect complications such as gestational diabetes, preterm birth risks, and high blood pressure as early as 11 weeks into a pregnancy. Carlos Salomon Gallo from UQ Center for Clinical Research said that the team tested the sensor on blood samples from 201 pregnant women at 11 to 13 weeks gestation and detected possible complications.
Only on the Pulse of Africa channel, all the time. Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Now turning to business news. US President Donald Trump has said he is planning to hit goods made in the European Union with tariffs of 25%, claiming the bloc was created to screw the United States. We will be announcing it very soon, he told reporters at an appearance with members of his cabinet. It will be 25% generally speaking, and that will be on cars and all other things. The European Union said it would react firmly and immediately against unjustified tariffs. Trump's appearance sparked questions about his trade plans, as he also appeared to raise the possibility that looming tariffs on imports from Mexico and Canada, set to come into force on March 4, might be postponed again. Finally, China's rapid solar expansion is expected to slow this year for the first time since 2019 as the industry's growth moderates, according to an industry association forecast on Thursday. New solar capacity added in 2025 is expected to range from 215 gigawatts in a conservative scenario to 255 gigawatts in a more optimistic outlook, said Wang Bohua, honorary chairman of the China Photovoltaic Industry Association. That would be an 8% to 23% drop from record 277.57 gigawatt installations seen last year. Wang attributed the expected slowdown to 2024's high base and the introduction of a new power pricing mechanism in June, which will require new renewable plants to sell power on a market basis. Before concluding, let us provide you with the latest updates on global commodities prices. That is all for today, and thank you for watching Pulse of Africa.
This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.